Hey y'all, it's Cora in Wonderland 617. Did y'all miss me? So I know I've been MIA. I'm coming back with some videos. I needed some time for self care and some time to relax and some time to rest, but all is well over here. I came to do a really quick video because, yeah, I wanted to talk about it. So it's about Cardi B buying Offset a Lamborghini Aventdor. Here's the funny thing. I don't give a fuck what Cardi B spend her money on. I don't. I don't care that she spent the money on the Birkins, and she was trying to defend. Ooh, child, got my arms, got my business all exposed. Oh well, we keeping it all the way real. Hell, as a matter of fact, if I had my eyebrows done and my fade blonde and cut the way that I wanted to right now, yeah, I'll be showing that shit off. But to distract from all the other bullshit, I'm just gonna slap this hair on and call it a day. But I don't give a fuck if Cardi spends her money on a Lamborghini for Offset. I don't even give a fuck if she spends her money on Birkins. What I do care about is not even just her, it's the lack of reality that some of these celebrities are in. But I'm going to use Cardi B as an example just for this video. The reason that a lot of people have an opinion on this is simply for multiple reasons. Number one, she's buying, Offset, who she's clearly, had issues with, in regards of cheating. um, and just off and on, oh, fuck that nigga, take him back. But then again, we know some chicks in the hood that, oh, I'm done with Taquan. Oh, I'm done with Raheem. And they go back. Ain't nothing new. The issue I'm having, and I wanted to talk about it because I don't know how long the story was out for. I don't know if it came out yesterday, today, but I know that shoveling a shit load of snow, and hearing this story, I wonder, do some of these celebrities, do they really know how hard it is for people out here? There are people who are shoveling snow for houses they might not have next month. Clearing out driveways to make room for their vehicles that they might not have anymore. That there are men and women who are sacrificing Christmas for their children just to pay their bills. This is real life. And what made me want to do this video is that I remember that Cardi B was trying to defend buying a Birkin. Here's my question. Why? Why are you defending buying a Birkin? Because I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. I was around to watch Love and Hip Hop when Cardi B was on. I remember Cardi B with the messed up teeth, what's popping. Everybody was rooting for a homegirl based off of her personality. If we're talking real life, real world, despite what people may have their opinions of Love and Hip Hop, to even get on the show is an accomplishment. So I'm not gonna ever down Shorty on that. Even when you was on the show, and you might have started off as a stripper, the fact that you got on, Shorty, I'm not even hating. That's an accomplishment. That's a real world accomplishment, right? From that season of Love and Hip Hop. people loved you. People loved your personality. You were able to literally change your life and your tax bracket for being on that one show. And even when you was on the show, the one person who could have put you on didn't. But you still got on anyways. I am not a hater. That is an accomplishment. It ain't, listen, I don't have a heaven nor a hell to put anybody in. So how you made your money is how you made your money. That's between you and God. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just a viewer. And I just watched you get it out the mud. And I was rooting for you. Okay? Cool. Now you on. You went from being just a regular stripper. I don't know much about, I don't know much about her story. I just watched it for the shits and giggles. But we saw you get it out the mud. So off of that, I'm not even hating on you. But I want, and I'm using Cardi as an example, but I want some of these celebrities really sit back. Really sit back and look at life for what it is. You are now in a area of life where regular folks can't even touch you, can't even approach you. The only way you would know of people like me is if you watch and hear some of the shit that's coming out of our fucking mouths. But that's only if you care. The issue I'm having is that if you bought your husband a Lamborghini 4-door Aventdor, I don't even know if I'm saying this shit correctly. That's how much of a let's fuck I give. If you bought your husband that and that's what you wanted to do, by all means, baby girl, do what you want to do. If you want to buy Birkin bags for over $50,000 and over $100,000, if that's what you want to do, baby girl, go ahead and do it. It's your money. But can I be real with you for a minute? Do you know how hard it is for your fans? And really just sit back and think about it. And I'm talking about some of the fans that you guys may know personally. Some of the fans that, make sure whenever you're in their city, they come and see you. The ones who interact with you on a regular basis. Do you know how hard it is for them? Some of your fans, and not just Cardi B, just some of the celebrities in general, some of your fans lost their jobs. Some of your fans lost their homes. Some of your fans lost their vehicles. Some of your fans lost all three. And these are the ones that when you come to their city, they show out for you. Some of your fans don't have food on their table. Some of your fans don't know how they're going to pay for water, electricity, other essentials. As a matter of fact, can we keep it all the way 100 right now? Some of y'all fans lost their lives to this shit. Let that sink in. That some of these people, and I'm just using Cardi B as an example because of the topic that I came across. Cardi B, there were some fans who've been rooting for you from day one, who made themselves known to you day one of you being on Love and Hip Hop. Some of them are not here due to COVID. Some of them can't pay their bills due to COVID. Some of them are having a hard time eating due to COVID. Now that we know that you're living in the lap of luxury, do you know the average amount of people who have passed away in your community? Do you know how many people have died from your projects, Cardi? How many of your childhood friends or people you've been to school with that you're cool with, and even people that you're not cool with, how many of them are still here due to COVID? Are they struggling? Do you know if they're struggling? And the reason I brought that up is because I am a strong believer that when God puts you in a place of so much abundance, it's no longer just about you. It's no longer just about you. You have so much money and influence that you can actually help make a change based off of who you are alone. Do you know how much responsibility that is? The fact that you and your husband don't want for nothing. You guys can take care of your whole families and then some. Do you know how much of a blessing that is? Do you know how much of a blessing it is that you're not sick, your husband is not sick with this, your baby is not sick with this, or anybody you may have known or is in close proximity who don't have it? Do you know how much of a blessing that is? The funny thing is that despite me being in my situation, and I had to walk off my job to be here with my child who's special needs. And no, I'm not seeing the money that I used to see. But the funny thing is, I have so much more to give now. If it's not financially, it's just my story. It's my time. Having my family here and my family being okay. Because COVID impacted, me too. I had to find out that my godmother and my god sister and their family came down with it. The whole household came down with it. And the fact that my mom, the fact that me, the fact that my child, the fact that my grandmother are healthy and we're fine is a blessing I don't even take for granted. Interestingly enough, although I might not have it like that, I find it easier now to give. Whether it's Salvation Army, whether it's somebody asking me for some change, I now just do it. Because the funny thing is, I can sit up here and complain and cry and woe is me and feel bad. But the truth of the matter is, I have more than somebody else. And I don't take that for granted at all. So, all of you who are in the public eye, who has the influence and the ability to make change, it doesn't even have to be on a public scale. If you have it, do it. Because there is people out here that is really struggling. There's people who have lost their moms. There's people who have lost their dads. There's some people who have lost their children. Some of your fans are not here due to COVID. If you have the money, if you have the resources, if you have the power, if you have the influence, do it. And if you don't want people like me, a bunch of fucking broke bitches, talking about how you spend your money. Simply don't post it. Don't post it. If you don't want us talking about it, don't post it. I personally don't give a fuck what you spend your money on. But I wanted to make a quick video to shed some light that if you do have it, it's not gonna hurt your pockets to go help your community. It's not gonna hurt your pockets to help donate some clothes or even give some clothes to, whatever Goodwill or whatever drive. If you have the ability to even donate some food to a local drive, do it. No one needs to know. It doesn't have to be for publicity. If you have the resources, do it. Because you're always going to have the money. Well, I shouldn't say you're always going to have the money, because the truth of the matter is, as much as the good Lord giveth, he can surely take it away. So I'm not even going to open up my mouth and say, we're always going to have it. I would hope you will still have it. I would hope you would still have these resources. I would hope. But if you can right now, understand that real life people is real life affected. And some of your biggest supporters, and I'm just using Cardi B as an example. This can be for anybody, whoever. Just know that some of your supporters, some of your biggest supporters, is not here or is not, how can I say it, has been affected by this. And the only celebrity I really respect, the only real celebrity I really respect, is not because she's just a fellow Bayesian. I'm a Bayesian, if you didn't know. Is not because she's a fellow Bayesian. I respect Rihanna because I had no idea of the humanitarian work she was doing behind the scenes. She didn't publicize it. She didn't publicly talk about it. It's not something she plastered for attention, like, oh, see what I'm doing. And here's another thing. If you're going to help out, no one needs to know that you did it. No one needs to know what you offered. No one needs to know what you give. I just truly believe if you have it, you should do it. It's not going to take away anything from you. But the reason why I respect her so much is that I didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. But her humanitarian efforts were so great that Harvard acknowledged her. And you can't tell me, in my opinion, that's why Shorty isn't blessed the way that she is. It's more blessed to give than to receive. That is a true statement. And even though I don't have much right now, I'm chilling. I ain't complaining. I got food right here. Whether it's a salad, I got breath in my body. My family's here. I'm happy. But the funny thing is, and this is a true story, the little bit that I gave to other people came back to me in something so small of somebody just buying my coffee for me. You didn't know me. You didn't have to buy that for me. You didn't have to do anything for me. But when you give, it comes back to you. And I'm not just talking this shit because, well, I'm just reading stories here and there on Facebook or on the internet or whatever, and I ain't got shit else to do. If I really had the money that you have, Cardi, if I had the money that your husband has, Offset, if I had some of the money that some of you celebrities have, I'm giving to others. Because I would refuse to believe that God will bless me and put me in a position like this to spend all the money on myself and just my immediate people. I refuse. And another thing, for my new money having celebrities and entrepreneurs and business people, take a page out of some of these real life millionaires books. Take a page. You ain't got to take the whole book. Take at least a page, maybe two. None. Three. Take 3 pages out of their book. Because a lot of these millionaires, they're not boasting and bragging about how many Birkins that their wife has or how many Birkins they have. They're not boasting and bragging about the car that they bought for their wife or their husband because they know those items will depreciate with time. They're investing their money into things that's going to make them more money. They're investing their resources and their time into things that will cause not only their children, but their grandchildren, their great grandchildren, children that they might not even see. They're setting up lineages. We're talking old money. There's a big difference between new money and old money. Take a page out of their book. You can sit up here and dress a pig in Chanel, dress a pig in diamonds and pearls. At the end of the day, it's still a pig. What's going to matter more is in here. And what's going to matter more is what you do for others. That's the legacy you really leave. So the next time you post a video or post a picture of whatever money you have or whatever item you splurge on, don't be mad when people have an opinion on it. I personally don't give a fuck what you spend your money on. Boo, if you like it, I love it. Shit. Go ahead, girl. It was a nice Aventdor. See, I can't even fucking pronounce the shit. It was a nice vehicle you bought your husband. I don't care. It's your money. You do with your money with what you want. But make sure you remember how blessed you are and how much change and influence you can bring. Because it's real out here for others. And to hear of that story, I heard it through Facebook. And I made a comment. Understand the real millionaires. They might want to rub shoulders based off of who you are. But when they get behind them closed doors, baby, the shit that they probably talking about you. Can you believe that rapper spent all that fucking money on a vehicle? And they sit up there and they put that same very money into an investment and they can make 3 times that vehicle. Just because you're in these circles doesn't mean that everybody loves you. You got some people who's fucking laughing at you based off of how you spending your money and the moves that you're making. If Cardi B ever sees this video, let me tell you something, mama. I ain't calling you stupid because I don't think you're a stupid woman at all. I think you're a very smart woman, to be honest with you. But some of these moves that you're making out here, it's not smart. I am not a hater, boo. You spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. You work for it, you get it. Who am I to say anything? And congrats on your sneakers. But understand, you use your head, mama. Make more. Take a page out of these real life millionaires. Take 3. Matter of fact, take 4. Or if you can find a way, write your own damn book. Just saying. But if you don't want people to make comments of what you spend your money on and who you spend your money on, you don't have to post everything. If that was his Christmas gift, hey, it was a damn good one. But don't defend buying Birkins. Because if I had the money that you made, mama, if I decided to buy a Birkin, I ain't gonna fucking defend that shit. I'ma quietly have my Birkin in my fucking closet and call it a day. But just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. But if you really do have it, if you really have it, and not just for these celebrities, even for some of these local millionaires, if you have it, it's not going to take away from you to help your community and to help other people. Because, like I said, there's a lot of people out here who shoveling driveways to park cars that they might not have, shoveling and taking snow off of sidewalks, off of their property that they might not continue to live in. There's people who's losing their jobs left and right. There's people who can't even give their child a Christmas. Can't even fathom the words that they're going to say to their child come Christmas Day when they can't come through with the gift that their child's been really wanting because they were too busy paying rent, paying bills, buying food, trying to survive during this fucked up moment in time. Be grateful for your blessings. Be grateful for what you have. But understand that some of your fans don't got it like that right now. And some of them would love to support you, would love to, be a part of whatever it is that you're doing. But it's either they literally can't afford to, or shit, if we're going to keep it all the way 100 now, some of them not even here. So appreciate your blessings. Give. Be in touch with what's going on in your community. And understand the influence that all of you guys have. Because you don't know what you blessing other people would do for you. Because Cardi was a regular round the way girl from the Bronx. You had the opportunity to go on Love and Hip Hop, and girl, that changed your life. Imagine what you putting some of that money into your community and using that influence to bring awareness. If God blessed you before, you don't think you can do it again? Okay, I'm done. I'm clicking off this bitch. Good night.